Put my suit on. Hey, Mr. Eddie, we found it. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Little House in the Little Woods.
Welcome to Pepin, Wisconsin, where we recently visited the Laura Ingalls Wilder Museum based on her time that she wrote about in Little House in the Big Woods. We were on a larger road trip, but realized that we were very close to the museum. So we listened to Little House in the Big Woods on our way up, and then were able to visit the museum right afterward. This was definitely a fun little day trip that was not our main agenda for vacation, but it was fun to see. I felt like the museum did a wonderful job of balancing both little vignettes from the story with historical information. So they learned a lot about the time period, as well as seeing the story come to life in ways that were just a lot of fun for everyone.
Mom, I'm allowed to go see the other part, right?
Just hang on.
Did you shoot a bill? Did you shoot a bill with that?
And is this the upper open?
Fact or fiction, or some of both?
Some of both. There's some of both.
Like they're real, but not like word for word.
They're based on her real life, but some things were changed for the sake of telling a story.
Like she did actually go to those places.
Mm-hmm. See on the wall up here?
That's the toaster.
Poster.
Where?
That thing.
The tube?
That.
Yeah.
The tube?
No, that's the chimney.
This is the toaster. Either.
I think you'd like to make toast that way? Did you see what this piece of furniture is called?
That's the sink.
That's the sink. So they didn't have water in the house. There were no pipes, there was no plumbing. So they could like go out and get water in this big bowl here.
This is their toaster, and this is their sink.
The museum staff was incredibly gracious with our large family and very excited to see everyone. The admission price was also extremely reasonable due to their family ticket, and so we were very grateful for that. I highly recommend making a side trip if you are in the area. It is fairly small, so plan about a half day for this excursion. Ours ended up taking a little bit longer, mostly because we got some sad news in the middle of the day, but that's another story. So this is a great half-day trip to see the museum as well as the cabin wayside. Drive all the way across the country in that.
Maybe if I knew how and it was over.
We think that would be like, this is smaller than our bus, and then you went all the way around the country in it. What do you think? You think you could do that? You could drive all the way across the country in this? Smaller than our bus?
I think so.
I think, Carsten, could you drive across the country in that with your whole family?
No.
Oh, we cannot all fit in there.
People did.
Not this many. Not
Sure they did.
9 people at once.
Wagon
Sure
that
they
they
did.
went in.
Really?
Uh-huh.
With all their belongings?
Uh-huh.
And only 2 horses?
Uh-huh. They just didn't have a lot of
How does
belongings.
this look, Mom?
Well, the first part of the museum is dedicated to the story of Laura Ingalls Wilder's time in Pepin, Wisconsin, as written in Little House in the Big Woods. The other half is dedicated to what life and society and technology was like during Laura Ingalls Wilder's lifetime. So here in this room, we see some of the things that were invented and or common during her lifetime. There was a set of original edition books. There were letters and Christmas cards actually written by Laura Ingalls Wilder, as well as a timeline of her life and the things that happened both in her life and in the world at large. And it was really interesting to see some of the concurrent events that she would have lived through and how the world changed during her lifetime. We enjoyed seeing some of the inventions and how those have changed over time. They also included this model of a steamship that was fun for the kids to climb on. The area is obviously located on a lake and near a river, and so during the lifetime of Laura Ingalls Wilder, this would have been an important means of commerce. And so it was fun to have something hands-on that the kids could climb around in, as well as this dice game that they had fun playing. I particularly appreciated that section of the museum for the younger kids who were not as interested in reading the timeline or hearing about fur trades and things like that. So it was a nice balance of them being able to play as well as those of us who were interested in some of the more detailed information. We picked up a Christmas ornament in the gift shop on our way out, as is our tradition. And then we headed down the street to the local park to run off some energy. A little quick PB&J on the picnic tables, and we were ready to head onward with the next adventure.
All the way like cool. I can eat like half.
Oh, you can eat 2 halves? I see.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes down the road from the museum is the Little House Wayside, where there is a replica of the cabin from Little House in the Big Woods that you can walk inside and look around.
Is it cool?
That's a house.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to see it.
Every week or 2 from Costco. So whatever food they got, they harvested during the summer and then it had to last them all winter.
They had a woodshed and the pantry in the attic.
I think this part of the trip really helped sink into the kids what life was like, just how small the house was and how much work it took to keep up. This is definitely a quick part of the trip. It did not take us very long to see the entirety of the cabin, although if you plan a trip during one of their festival days where there are time period actors, it would definitely be a more involved excursion.
And the door's really clever. Yeah. And then to go outside, you pull on the
Carsten, you gonna play hide and seek?
Darcy?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
We're not in
pulled on the
here.
string and it went up.
Mom, I didn't say.
Overall, we really enjoyed our time at the Laura Ingalls Wilder Museum and highly recommend that you visit as well.
I'm always amazed that these frontier couples continued to have children while their other children slept.
Never figured that part out. Maybe it's why they didn't need to have difficult conversations.
Corn.
That tree looks like lattice. Yeah.
Thank you so much for following along with our family adventure. Stay tuned for more of our large family vacation. We love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and remember that you are worth your own hard work. And we'll see you next time.